for today's video, we're just gonna be doing a good old-fashioned sit down, chatty, get ready with me. I just feel like putting on makeup and catching you guys up on some life stuff, and we'll just sit and talk. So go ahead, grab your makeup, grab your coffee, your tea, your whiskey. I'm not judging. Let's put some makeup on together. But I am super excited because today's video is sponsored by Moda, and you guys know I love their brushes. The reason I've worked with them so many times in the past is because I genuinely use their brushes every single day. That's not an exaggeration. I use them every single day. But today we are going to be using only the new Totally Electric flip kits. There are two of them. There is the full face flip kit and the eye flip kit. So these are called flip kits because yes, they close like a book. So if you want to take these kind of on vacation with you or whatever, vacation. But what's also cool is that they bend back like this, and then there's a little pull tab so that you can just have these standing on your table. How cool is that? And it just is really freaking convenient. And also these little elastic pieces are big enough that you can fit more than one brush in here for sure. So you could have this completely as your travel kit. You could probably fit both sets of brushes into one of these and then take that as your full face kit. I love them. And you guys know the quality of Moda brushes. I feel that they are so high quality. They are vegan, they are cruelty free. They're just fantastic. And it's so nice that they're more affordable. I remember back in the day to get a good brush, I was paying like $50 to $60 a brush. Not with these. So these do come out tomorrow, April 6th. All the information is gonna be linked down below, but let's just put on some makeup. I'm feeling like doing a very colorful look today. I feel like I haven't done color in a while. It's been a minute. So I am going to be starting with my eyes today because in case it's super bold and I get that fallout, I don't want to mess with it. Let's start with a little bit of a story time. So I was coming back after meeting up with a friend for lunch outdoors. I'm still not at the point where I feel comfortable eating indoors at any restaurants. So for what it's worth, all winter, it would be like 30 degrees out. And I'm saying to my friends, I'm like, you want to go out to lunch? We'll have a picnic. And they're like, are you freaking crazy? I'm going to take the crease brush and just start with kind of like a lighter blue shadow, tap off the extra. But anyway, I'm coming back from lunch and I'm on my way back to my house. And all of a sudden on the side of the road, I see there is a husky, like a husky dog running, and he'd be running and then he would stop and he would sniff stuff. And then he would just keep running, and I'm looking at him and he's a beautiful dog. Like there's no way this is a stray of any kind. Not like I would treat a stray dog any less, but there's no way this is a stray. This is just a dog who's running and he's sniffing, and all of a sudden I realize he's definitely lost. So I start following the dog and I'm kind of calling out to him, and basically I'm just trying to make sure he's not running in the street because I don't know, it's such a fear of mine, I don't even want to talk about it, but it's just a fear of mine, and I just want to make sure, the dog is okay, and I'm trying to get close enough to see, like, I can see that the dog is wearing a collar, but I couldn't see if there was a tag on the collar, because of course I would, try to call the number that's on the tag, but I see that there's not. So finally, as the dog is running more, he gets up to this one house and he immediately runs up onto the porch. There's, he's passing by a whole bunch of houses, but this specific house, he runs right up onto the porch. And I noticed that the front door is wide open. Like there's no screen door or anything like that. And this is one of those days where the feels like temperature was 22 degrees. There's no reason to have your front door open at this point. So I'm a little worried. And then another dog comes running out of the house. This one's like a little tiny Shih Tzu type dog. That dog comes running out of the house, and both of them start kind of running in the street, like right in front of the house, and they're just running in the street. So that's when I start to get really nervous. So I sit outside and I wait for a minute because I figure if that door's open, that means that the owners are coming in and out, right? Nope, nobody came. And then eventually, like, the little dog keeps going back up to the porch and looking inside and then coming running out and looking at me and then looking inside. And I was like, I have watched enough true crime series to know that it's always the weird innocent bystander that stumbles on a body. So all of a sudden, in my head, I am part of the next investigation discovery show, and I'm not having it. So I wasn't exactly sure what to do. So eventually, I wind up calling the police. And I was like, look, there are these dogs running in the street. And I think that they're both from this same house, but the weird part is that the front door is open and I'm a little nervous. And the dispatcher was like, oh, hey, so did you go up onto the porch and go into the house to see if anybody's there? I was like, there's a global pandemic. I'm not walking into any stranger's house. And even if there wasn't a global pandemic, I wouldn't. Like, maybe I would stand on the sidewalk at that point and be like, hello. But no, I'm sorry, but pandemic, I'm not doing anything. I need a bang trim. So they say to me, okay, we're going to send over somebody to help out. And I said, great. So it felt like it took an hour. It did not take an hour. But in the meantime, I see 2 doors down, their neighbor is coming out of the house and getting into her car. So from very far away, I'm like, excuse me, do you know the people who live in this house? And she was like, yes. And I was like, are these their dogs? And that she saw them in the street. She was like, yes. And I was like, their front door's wide open. I'm just very nervous. I was passing by and this poor woman starts kind of panicking. She's like, no, those people, they would have never let their dogs out. They're good people. They love their dogs. Oh my God. So she picks up her phone. She's like, I'm calling them. And I say, thank God. So she reaches one of them at work and she was like, your front door's wide open. Your dogs are running throughout the street. So this poor owner starts booking it home. But in the meantime, the police arrive. There's actually a second crease brush. This one is in the total face palette. So I'm just going to keep using all the brushes. The police arrive and thank goodness they are both extreme dog people. And they're like, hey puppies, hey puppies. And let me tell you, this husky is huge. He's huge. He was very handsome, but he was very big. So I was a little bit nervous about him. They go ahead and they walk up to the door and they see that there's no one inside. So they managed to get both dogs inside and shut the door. And they were like, you know what? We're going to wait here until the owners get home. And at that point, like my anxiety was sky high and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to let the cops handle this one. So I'm just like, thank you so much, thank you. And as I'm saying that, I'm sort of backing up, like towards my car. Then there's a little discrepancy in the road, we shall call it, because it wasn't a curb. It was about like 2 inches of a difference between concrete. So like between the driveway and the road. I trip, roll my ankle, and immediately fall to the ground. No big deal, right? People fall all the time. Well, I sprained my ankle. I was so mad that this happened. There are no words for how mad I was. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take a darker blue, and this is the SM shader brush. Gosh, look how pretty that blue is. I'm gonna put this on kind of the inner and outer corners. And yes, I'm doing a halo eye. So I spent the majority of that weekend with my leg raised up on a freaking pillow, feeling quite sorry for myself, not gonna lie. I was like, you know what? I did a good deed. I rescued some doggos. I made sure that they were safe. I, let their owner know, and apparently now the owner knows there's something wrong with their front door. But I did a good deed, and this is how I get repaid. I'm obviously being quite overly dramatic, but it's just like, it was a bummer because honestly, I've just sort of recently gotten back into a workout routine, and working out makes me, it's good for my head. It's really good for my head, and I kind of depend on it for my head a little bit. So all of a sudden, like, I'm not able to do anything except sit there. I was so bummed, but I did do the right thing. Like, I was a little overly paranoid that weekend, and I had my leg elevated the whole time, and I was doing ice and compression and everything that you're supposed to do. And you know what? We are 2 weeks past. Friday was 2 weeks past, and I'm jogging again, and I'm so excited about it. So yeah, I have to admit, every time I pass that house, I kind of peek now to make sure that the front door's closed because it's on my route, like, that I travel every single day. And yes, the door has been closed. The dogs are okay as far as I can tell. But yeah, I'm just so happy that the weather has been getting so nice here again. Oh my God, it's so beautiful lately. This whole week has been like in the mid 60s, the upper 60s. Holy crap, it's amazing. Like, I saw this meme that was like, hey, maybe people don't believe in seasonal depression, but then the second the temperature hits over 50, you feel like you just popped a Molly. I'm like, okay, I'm taking that same brush and I'm going into this bright ass green. I'm just gonna put that right here on the edges. I actually went for the first time and got fitted for running shoes. Sarah from Better Off Red actually convinced me to do that, and I am so glad she did. So I usually just go to Kohl's or something like that and just pick up a pair of shoes and there we go and I'm fine. but getting fitted for them was a different experience. Like, apparently my feet are 2 different sizes. That's apparently a normal thing that I didn't know about. It's sort of like boobs, because you know how most boobs are different sizes? It was like that. Oh, I'm loving the peacock vibes. I feel like I want to put yellow right in the center. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put yellow in the center. I'm going in with the detail eye brush and this yellow. Ooh, that is very bright. But yeah, so I got fitted for running shoes, and like, I apparently have been wearing the wrong size this whole time. This entire time I've been wearing the wrong size. So very interesting, because your feet swell when you're jogging, and I was wearing something way too tight. So now I've been going out like every single day, and I don't know, it just makes me feel good. It really does. Like, I needed it. I needed this sunshine. I'm so pumped it's back. This turned out kind of cool. I'm digging it. It's almost like a tie-dye effect. Ooh, holy crap, I have no fallout. I didn't even have to do these last. That's pretty rad. I'm gonna wait to do the rest of my eyes, and I'm gonna come back. For now, I'm going to do my face. So I talked about how, you know, the weather is just making me feel good and getting outside and everything like that. But is anybody else just, I don't know, feeling more optimistic in general right now? Like, yes, I do believe that part of it is the weather. Of course I do. But at the same time, like, I don't know. Both of my parents at this point have been fully vaccinated, which makes me so happy. My step-parents are on their way to being fully vaccinated. I don't know. It's almost like I can foresee travel happening again in the future, and I can foresee hugging my friends in the future and everything like that. I've been very, very careful. So if you all didn't know, I have asthma. It's not so severe that I'm struggling every day or something like that, but I do have asthma. So with, you know, COVID, I was just nervous all the time, all the time. I've been staying inside. I've been lucky enough to work from home, but it was just kind of nerve-wracking. So the fact that it's getting to be the point where I might be able to go outside and just, you know, hug my friends again and see my mom and hug my mom, I'm so excited. I'm using the complexion brush. I'm just going to buff in my foundation. But yeah, I'm now eligible to get the vaccination, so I just need to find an open appointment. And once I do, I'm so excited to get it. Things just feel a little bit brighter, don't they? I mean, ooh, the thing that's not brighter is my face. This is a light colored foundation, but don't worry, we're going to warm that up. But it just feels good. I don't know. I've just been feeling good and positive lately, and hopeful, and it's really nice, to be honest. All right, so I'm gonna need you guys to tell me, what TV shows or movies have you been watching this whole time, like during the pandemic? Because I feel like TV viewership has skyrocketed, right? So we started things off like a year ago by watching The Office for the first time. We had never watched it, but we're like, you know what, we're home, might as well. And I think I've talked about it before, but I became actually obsessed. I finally get it. I get it now. I get it. And we watched it twice all the way through. And I also totally get it now when people say that The Office is something that they will just put on as like a comfort thing. Oh my God, I do that all the time now. All the time. I just put it on in the background and it just makes me feel good. I don't know. So the Crease smudger brush, I'm going to be using the smudgy end of it, and I'm going to do my lower lashes. I'm basically going to do the same thing. I'm going to go blue to green to yellow and then green to blue. Like, I'm going to go back and forth. Actually, I lied. For this one, I'm going to do blue to green and then put yellow on the inner corner. I'm not going to do all 3 colors like I did up there. I don't know. Ooh, I like that little pop of yellow. Pop. So yeah, we watched The Office all the way through twice. Then we went back and rewatched Mad Men from the beginning. I forgot how much I love that show. It is so good. Like, the last season is a little touch and go because I feel like they were just trying to wrap everything up into a neat little bow. But other than that, I love Mad Men so much. Aesthetically, it is very pleasing. If you've watched Mad Men, did you like it? Because I love it. And also, I'm not mad about looking at John Hamm all the time. I just got a smudge. No. This just... Why is that so amusing to me? Is it as amusing now that I have to clean up liquid eyeliner everywhere? Nope. We went through Mad Men. We went through The Office twice. We tried It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Okay, look, I know that they have a cult following. I know that people love that show. I'm just not one of them. I tried it and everyone kept saying, well, the whole point of the show is that they're terrible people. I was like, well, yeah, but I don't know. It seems a little like too much for me. Like it was trying too hard to be risque and like gasping and things like that. I don't know. What am I missing? And I watched 2 seasons of the show. Everyone's like, just get through the first season. I feel like if you have to tell somebody, like if you're recommending a TV show to them and you say, just get through the entire first season and you'll be okay. Or if it's like a movie series and you're like, get through the first movie. Ain't nobody got time for that. We do not have time for that. What the hell? We tried and we stopped watching it. Nope, nope, nope. But what we did start watching, and only kind of recently, we had never seen The Sopranos. So we're watching The Sopranos now from the very beginning. We are now on season 2. I'm loving it. The acting is just so good. Why am I doing this without like a tiny mirror? I need a mirror. But yeah, the acting in it is just so brilliant. It's so, so, so good. And I feel like nobody talks about it anymore. Like I feel like everyone talked about it back in the day when it was on. Also, the kind of cool thing about it, the show started in 1999, which is the year I graduated high school. You do the math. There's no math needed. I'm 40. I'm using the powder brush and some bronzer. I'm just going to take that where you would normally take bronzer. But yeah, it's a complete time capsule for me from high school. Seeing Meadow, who is the daughter, she's wearing like butterfly clips in her hair. And then she moves on to be wearing like the big, huge pants with, you know, the little teensy tiny top looking like a Delia's catalog come to life. I love it. I absolutely love it. I just, oh, it's so good. So recommend some shows to me down below. Like, what's your favorite show of all time? And don't say Friends. I'm not watching Friends. I'm sorry. I can tolerate it at best, but I just don't like that show. I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't care how old it is. I don't care how old it is. Just recommend your favorite show of all time to me because I need something else to watch because I have a feeling we're going to go through The Sopranos pretty quickly. Another thing that we've been watching though are basically any time that a new true crime series comes out, like those limited series, we've been watching that. We watched the Night Stalker one. We, of course, watched The Vow obsessively. That was so good. But yeah, if you know of any of those that you like, tell me because I'm 100% down. I love watching some true crime. Oh my gosh. And yeah, I do get my fill on YouTube between, you know, but all the YouTubers that are doing true crime stories. I love it. And I eat it up and I sit there and I'm listening to true crime podcasts. And then I wonder why I have trouble sleeping at night sometimes. Okay. I'm using the highlighter brush. And this is the very first time I've ever used this. Look at this brand new baby. I bought myself a Becca highlighter, a new one when they were on sale. R.I.P. Becca, R.I.P. I love Moda's highlighter brushes. They're very fluffy, but like they distribute products so evenly that it's not like a stripe. It's my favorite. Oh, this one is pretty. What kind of lip? What kind of lip? So something else we've also been doing lately, I've been getting a bunch of like boring house repairs done because thinking of maybe next year we might move. So we've been in this house for 10 years, like it'll be 10 years this year. And I love my house, I really do, but I feel like we've just kind of outgrown it. And, you know, at this point, my husband needs a garage. He really likes motorcycles, and there are several of them now, and they're all just sitting out front of our house, and it's time for a garage. I can't line my lips and talk at the same time. So yeah, it's just a lot of like basic house repairs, but like getting a fence replaced, getting some trees unfortunately taken down because they've been dead for the last 10 years. But it has me kind of excited. Like I almost want to start Pinteresting again. I haven't Pinterested in so long. Is Pinterested a word? It is now. But like, I want to look up decor ideas and, you know, just to the idea of like getting to have fun and decorate a new place. Oh my God, it is so exciting to me. And I think that we're going to be in an entirely different neighborhood. So I don't know. I'm just already getting excited. We're still at least a year out, but I'm just getting excited for it. Wow, I don't remember the last time I did a pinky lip. Fun fact, almost every time I put on makeup, I will be finished the look and then I will go back in and put more blush on. I don't know why I don't start with a lot of blush, but there you have it. And there we go. This is the finished look. I actually really like this. It's super like peacocky, but also it has a sort of tie-dye feel to it because of the blending of the colors. I love this pop of yellow. I feel like it makes my eyes look crazy blue, which is weird because blue eyeshadows usually don't make my eyes look blue. But again, I want to thank Moda so much for partnering with me on this video. I used so many brushes. These are all the brushes I used today, and there's still more to go. Again, these are the Totally Electric Flip Kits. All the info is going to be linked down below. These do come out tomorrow, April 6th. But yeah, I want you guys to fill me in. Fill me in the comments what's been going on in your life. Just let me know, what TV shows are you watching? What books are you reading? I wish I read more books. I'm really bad at it. But that's it. You all can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are all Glitter Fallout. And as always, and forever, you are super freaking rock stars. And I love you so much with my whole heart. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.